Hey everybody, Cynthia here. I wanted to go over the assignment for this week, week 7, online databases. There are two parts to this assignment, part 1 and part 2, so I thought I would create a little video to show you how to navigate those two parts. There's quite a bit to read and watch this week in the lecture and readings. A lot of really important information that you're going to want to really understand to help you when you do your research. That's in the lecture, and there's some readings. Again, really important information. A couple of videos that are going to be extremely useful. So make sure you give yourself plenty of time to thoroughly read that to understand the different concepts. We have our discussion as usual, and let's get on to part 1 of the assignment. You are going to be looking through a particular database, Academic Search Complete, and you are going to be looking for some articles. I'm going to kind of walk you through some, and then you are going to need to find your own article. So I'm going to look in preview mode, and a lot of questions that you'll be able to answer going into Academic Search Complete and kind of exploring ways of searching. Here, when you get to question number 8, is little search that you're going to do for a particular article. When you come down to the answer box here, I do not want you to give me a citation of the article, because in Canvas, in this format, you can't create a perfect citation. That's why there's part 2 to the assignment. So in part 2, it is formatted so that you can give me a perfect citation. So what I would do here is I would, for this question, grab the different elements that you're going to need to find, copy it, paste it into the answer box. And this is the information that I'm looking for. The reason why I'm having you do this is I want you to understand the individual elements that are required to create a citation. You don't want to miss any part of it. So when you do find this particular article that I'm having you look for, I want you to write down then the author's names, the title of the article, the journal title, so that you understand all the different elements. Once you've done that and you've understood how to do that, then you're going to come down to question number 9. And this is where you are going to search for your own article in Academic Search Complete that relates to the topic you selected in week 1. Remember, in week 1, there was that long list of topics and you chose one of them and you told me what that was. That's what you're going to be using, because what we're doing this week is we are starting to compile all the citations that you will need for your works cited page in week 17. If you do not remember what your topic is, or if you didn't choose one, just send me an email and we can get one chosen for you. So what you're going to do now is, once you find an article that relates to your topic, you're going to find the particular elements that are required to create a citation. So let's go ahead and do that. Here we are on the library homepage. We're going to go to Research Resources and Academic Search Complete. If you are off campus, it will ask for your ID number. I am off campus, and it asked me for that, but I already put it in, so we're good to go. Let's see, I chose genetically modified food. Then I like how it starts giving you suggestions of different keywords you might want to search, and it just so happens there's genetically modified food. Now, there's some criteria that I need to look at here. I need a full text, and I need a scholarly journal article. So I'm going to come back to my search box, and I'm going to click that full text. I want to be able to read it right now, and I want a scholarly peer-reviewed journal article. So those two are selected. I have my topic. I can hit search. Now, it also says here in the assignment that I want to make sure that my article is no older than 10 years. So as I look through, this one looks kind of interesting. Administrative Guidance and Genetically Modified Food. And this was published in 2018, so I know it's going to be perfect. I'll go ahead and click on that. I know it's an academic journal article because I selected that, and I could read this and understand, read the abstract, might tell me a little bit more about this particular article. There's the subject terms. Remember, in the lecture you'll read about subject terms. Those are right there. And I'm thinking this looks like a good article that I want to choose. So I go back to the assignment, and again I'm going to select these, copy, paste, and now I'm going to find all the different elements. So the authors of my article happen to be Edward Rubin and Joanna Sachs. So I can put Edward Rubin and Joanna Sachs. And my article title is Administrative Guidance and Genetically Modified Food. Administrative Guidance and Genetically Modified Food. The journal title is Arizona Law Review. Arizona Law Review. All right, next is my volume number. Let's see what it says. Volume number 60, and while I'm here, issue number 3. So I've got 60 as my volume number and issue 3. Publication date. Oftentimes it will give a month, but here it's just giving me a year. So I'll put in the year, 2018, and my page numbers are 539 to 599. That's a long article, 61 pages. 539 to 599. So I want the page numbers, 539. And because I know that I can just lop off that hundreds because it's the same, I can just make it 539 to 599. I know that I'm in the database Academic Search Complete because that's where we were searching. Academic Search Complete. And does my article have a DOI or does it have a permalink? Let's take a look and see. The DOI would sit down here at the bottom of the information. I don't see a DOI because it would show up about right here, and it will say DOI, your article that you find may have it. Because mine doesn't, I'm going to come over here where it says permalink, click on the permalink, and I'm going to grab that, copy that, and paste it, but I'm going to take off the HTTPS, and there we go. There are all the elements that I need to create my citation. Now what I want to do is open up a Word document, and I'm going to use all of these different elements to create a citation. I also want to go to, and I've given you the link to that, the handout, and I believe Mr. Peterson has given you a print copy of this handout. You can also just use this digital copy. I'm going to come down here to journal articles. That's what we're looking at. In an online database, that's what we have, Academic Search Complete. There are 2 different citations, one with the DOI, one with the permalink. Ours is the permalink. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so I can see. All right, this gives me the example of how it should be organized. And then here is an example of an actual citation. Okay, so let's go back to our information. And here's our Word document. And the first thing I want to have is the authors. Let's pull that up. So I'm going to put my authors' names. And as I recall, if I look back, I want to make sure that it's the last name first for the first author. And if I'm not quite sure how to do 2 authors, I can go back up top here where it says 2 authors. The first author is last name first, and the second author is first name first. All right, let's go back to my citation here with my permalink, and let's go here, and let's take a look and say, whoops, I keep losing that. Here we are. So we want to have, so it was Rubin, Edward, comma, and Joanna Sachs, period. Okay, I have my 2 authors. Now I wanted the article title, but look and see, it's in quotation marks. So I put quotation marks, administrative guidance and genetically modified food, period, quotation mark. Does the period go inside the quotation mark? There's my example. Yes, it does. And we do a space. Check the guidelines on which words need to be capitalized and which don't. The word and does not need to be capitalized, but the others do. And you notice that in the database, they capitalize the whole title, and that's not accurate. All right, let's go back to our citation. What comes next? Our journal title. We want to make sure it's italicized. So I'm going to hit italicized, and I want to put in Arizona Law Review. And after that comes a comma. I can check right here. Oh, there's a comma. I want to have the volume number and the issue number. Now, I'm not quite sure how a volume number and issue number is. Oh, it's a lowercase v, and then I put a period and then a comma, and then instead of issue, I just put number. All right, I can see how to do that. So let's go back to our article, and I want to have volume number 60, no more italicized, volume number 60, comma, and I want to have issue number, and that's 3, and a comma comes after that. Volume number, comma, issue number, comma, publication date, 2018. And a comma comes after the publication date. I can see that right here. And then I want to have page numbers and then a period. So I want to have pages 539 to 99, period. What comes next? My database, academic search complete. And this needs to be italicized. Academic, well, if I could spell it right, academic search complete. And a comma comes after that. And there's that permalink. You know what? I'm going to grab it right here because I'm not going to try to put that in. I'm going to copy it, go back to my citation. I'm going to paste it in, and that ends at the period. Beautiful. Am I done? No. This is what I need to do now. And this is what you can't do in the one way that I formatted part 1 of the assignment. You're going to go ahead and select it. And while we're here, let's make this Times New Roman. Let's make it a 12. I want you to come over here where it says paragraph. There's this little arrow at the corner. Click on it. For indentation, we want to click on this box and select hanging. And spacing, we want it to be double spaced. Okay. That is a perfect citation. Has all the different elements that I found in question number 9 and in part 1 of the assignment. Now what I want you to do, if I was doing this, is I would save it, and then let's go back to part 2. Here we are, part 2 of assignment week 7. And what you'll do now is you are going to upload it. And because I am in the teacher view, there isn't an upload box for me because clearly I'm not going to upload anything to myself. You should have a box to be able to upload it. So you will go ahead and attach it. Make sure that it is a Word document. I've given you the file types, a doc, DOC, and a DOCX. Those are the formats that I will take. And then you'll upload this particular document, and I'll be able to see, hopefully, this type of citation. Hopefully this answers all of your questions. If you are still confused, you know what to do. You can email me, and we will find a time to work on this. I can explain it to you better. If you can't get a hold of me, though I am pretty easy to get a hold of, and you want to come by the library, be sure to talk with the reference librarian on the 2nd floor. They'll easily be able to help you with this citation assignment. So ask for help if you need it. Talk to you later.